A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant escalation of tensions on the Korean Peninsula, South Korea has declared itself fully ready to respond to North Korea's recent military posturing. This comes after the North accused the South of flying drones over its capital, Pyongyang, to drop propaganda leaflets, which they labeled as a malicious challenge to their state. The North's military has ordered its troops stationed along the border to be prepared to open fire, warning that any further drone incursions would be considered a declaration of war. The allegations from Pyongyang have heightened fears of potential armed conflict between the two nations, which remain technically at war since the Korean War ended in 1953 with an armistice rather than a peace treaty. The South Korean military has firmly denied any involvement in the drone flights, speculating that activist groups within South Korea, known for sending propaganda and U.S. currency into the North via balloons, might be responsible. However, North Korea insists that the South is officially culpable and has taken measures to bolster its military readiness. 8 artillery brigades have been placed on a war footing, and air observation posts in Pyongyang have been reinforced. Lee Sung-jun, a spokesperson for the South's Joint Chiefs of Staff, JCS, stated at a press briefing that the South Korean military is closely monitoring the situation and is prepared for any provocations from the North. The North claims that drones have breached its airspace on 3 occasions in recent days, prompting Kim Yo-jong, sister of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, to issue a stern warning of a horrible disaster if the drone flights do not cease. In her statement, Kim Yo-jong characterized the drone activities as an unpardonable, malicious challenge to our state, further inflaming the already tense atmosphere. The JCS has refrained from confirming or denying responsibility for the drone flights, instead labeling North Korea's claims as shameless. Lee noted that the North cannot accurately determine the origin of the drones while simultaneously blaming the South, and he pointed out the hypocrisy of the North's own drone activities, which have allegedly crossed into South Korean airspace multiple times. The United Nations Command, which oversees the armistice agreement, has acknowledged the North's claims and is currently investigating the situation in accordance with the armistice agreement. Meanwhile, South Korean officials have expressed concerns that North Korea may be preparing to carry out explosive demonstrations along roads connecting to the South, following the North's announcement to seal its borders completely. Lee indicated that such explosions could occur as early as today. North Korea has recently intensified its own propaganda efforts, launching balloons filled with trash into South Korea as a retaliatory measure against the alleged propaganda activities from the South. The South Korean Unification Ministry has suggested that the North's claims regarding drone incursions may be an attempt to foster internal unity, while also providing a pretext for further provocations. Koo Byung-sam, a spokesperson for the ministry, indicated that the North might be seeking to create anxiety and confusion within South Korean society. Experts have weighed in on the situation, suggesting that the drone flights are more likely the work of South Korean activists rather than a fabrication by the North. Young UK, a research fellow at the ASIN Institute for Policy Studies, noted that if the North's air security had indeed been compromised, it would expose a significant vulnerability, undermining the regime's control over information. The Kim regime relies heavily on its tight grip over information dissemination to maintain power, with most North Koreans lacking access to the internet and outside news. Young emphasized that if drone flights become a common occurrence, it would pose a serious challenge to North Korea's information monopoly. Former National Intelligence Service Chief Park Jae-won commented on the South's ambiguous stance regarding the drones, suggesting that the government's refusal to confirm or deny involvement effectively admits to some degree of culpability. He stated that the appropriate response would be to deny involvement outright, as the current position may be seen as an acknowledgement of responsibility. The situation remains fluid, with both Koreas on high alert and the potential for miscalculation looming large. As the world watches, the implications of this escalating conflict could have far-reaching consequences, not just for the Korean Peninsula, but for regional stability in East Asia as a whole. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.